Knowledge pattern, KP, within a knowledge representation. In general, in the field of types of knowledge, two basic cases corresponding to the kinds of knowledge at section 2.1 of the Access and Formalization should be considered. Declarative knowledge representation. Procedural knowledge representation. Declarative knowledge representation. Procedural knowledge representation. In summary, a common feature in both types of pattern specification is their generic validity within a given environment, verification by historical development, and long-term experience in their applications. If moreover knowledge design patterns are embedded in the semantic web concept environment, they represent a new quality in the sense that their content and form become comprehensible to users without deeper penetration into the principles of knowledge engineering. In terms of global formal representation, the question is how to create. 3. A unifying approach is generally applicable to the representation of knowledge, sometimes also appearing under the working name framework approach, based on both of the above approaches, enriched by those means of representation that are missing in the first or second access. 3. A unifying approach is generally applicable to the representation of knowledge, sometimes also appearing under the working name framework approach, based on both of the above approaches, enriched by those means of representation that are missing in the first or second access. We would like to present here a proposal to use instead of the ontology design patterns for the approach to the topic a simple knowledge pattern bounded especially to specialized kind of knowledge. Knowledge pattern, KP, versus special design patterns. A majority of authors use the term ontology design pattern, OP, because the OP is, in fact, a modeling solution of solving a recurrent ontology design problem. We would like to show here the fact that the attribute ontology is not a necessity in the case of using RDF modeling principle that carries this property as an implicit one. Definition of the OP according to the authors of the article. Ontology design pattern, or only OP, is a modeling solution to solve a recurrent ontology design problem. Authors have identified within web documents several types of OPs and have grouped them into 6 families. Structural OPs. Correspondence OPs. Content OPs, CPs. Reasoning OPs. Presentation OPs. Lexicosyntactic OPs. Structural OPs. Correspondence OPs. Content OPs, CPs. Reasoning OPs. Presentation OPs. Lexicosyntactic OPs. Knowledge patterns of declarative or procedural knowledge cases give a possibility how to use rules of similar design patterns as well as in the case of software development. In both cases a natural language plays an important role, and definition in a special language is not necessary. While examples of software design pattern applications can be found to a large extent, knowledge patterns tend to be related only in a few types of problem areas in their language representations.